Alrighty, guys. Crypto Cowboys back with another edition of our program. So,
hi, Maria. I can't hear Maria, but I don't know if you can, Jordan. But I can see you. It's good to have you on today.
I can't either.
I think maybe it's a microphone. Do we have a microphone?
Turn your microphone on.
No? Still can't hear you, Maria.
This is our first time with this.
We can do this with hand signals. Okay. Let's just check to see, is it on our end or her end?
I believe it's on her end.
Okay. All right. I just sent you a little notice there on Facebook, Maria, that we can't figure out why we can't hear you.
How's this? Is this better?
Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Good job.
Okay.
I just sent you a little notice there on Facebook.
But better to use the.
Figure out why we can't hear you.
Let me get rid of this. All right. We should be set to go now.
Okay. Great. Hi, Maria. How's it going today?
It's great. How are you guys doing?
Very good. We were totally dependent on you. We're just a couple of old cowboys here. You know that. You're the city girl.
Yeah, I'm a city girl going through the same new terrain that you guys are going through. And it's fun. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you on as a guest today. Just want to talk to you about crypto things and kind of pick your brain a little bit. You told me you're not an expert, but I know you probably are more advanced than Jordan and I. So we're just trying to do our best to get people to at least consider being involved in the kind of the crypto world, because we feel like it's probably to their advantage going forward into the future. So we'd like to just ask you, like, what's your background? Tell us who you are and how you got into crypto.
Well, I'm going to keep my background short because it's very long. And I'm from New York originally. I grew up in Westchester County, New York. And as a little girl, I was fascinated with the stock market. So I actually would go down to Wall Street, and I had entry onto the Wall Street floor. And so I would go there, and I was amazed by the energy and the action, what was happening there. So I learned about that. And as I became older, I became registered as an investment advisor. And I had my own company for over 10, maybe 11 years. And I managed millions and millions of dollars. Hundreds and hundreds of clients, and I help people make a lot of money and mainly secure their future. And I enjoyed doing that. And in learning that, I learned some basic tenets of speculating and investing, which to me are two different things. And so this is carried on into the digital currency or the cryptocurrency world. As you guys know, this is all new territory, and it's very exciting. And some people don't understand it. So, Rocky, you used a term. I don't remember what it was. When people don't understand things, they kind of, don't approach it.
Yes.
I don't remember that term, but it was very, very on point. But at any rate, so I think there's some basic approaches you could take to going into cryptocurrency or digital currency and do it safely or somewhat safely. But I find it exciting and fun and like a hobby. So that's how I'm approaching it, as a hobby that has great benefits. I know people personally that invested in cryptocurrency many, many years ago and are multimillionaires from it. Multimillionaires right here in Connecticut. Right 10 minutes from where I am right now.
Wow.
One person's only 26 years old. And, you know, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like, you know what, I'm going to do this and become a multimillionaire. And I think many of us that are entering this digital currency now, um, I noticed that some people are chasing the rainbow. They're trying to become that millionaire. They've heard these stories and they want to become a millionaire overnight. And my approach is not quite like that. I see it as, okay, great. This is new territory. What I mean by that is, you know, people, they don't know the terms. If you try to, if you try to become a fluent in Japanese, I'm getting feedback, guys. If you try to become fluent in Japanese, you would not be able to do that overnight. It's not possible. You need to learn the culture. You need to learn what certain nuances mean. You know, maybe hang out with some people that know Japanese. That would help. Maybe go to a Japanese restaurant. I don't know. Eat some sushi. Do something in that culture. Well, this is a new culture. This is a new ground. And you can take some of the things that you've learned or heard of through the stock market or mutual funds or in the investment arena and apply those principles to the digital currency or cryptocurrency world. So I would definitely, let's say if I'm trying to speak to someone that's saying, well, how do I just start this? I don't even know what you're talking about. Start out by learning. Don't try to be something you're not. You know, you're not this great learned person in cryptocurrency. You're a newbie trying to learn a whole new culture. So the start would be to learn the culture. Go to, you know, find great places. I like to be around people that know more than I do. I don't want to be around you if you know less than me when I'm trying to learn something new.
Right.
I want to be people that challenge my knowledge because that's the only way I'm going to learn. So to that end, what would I say to someone that's brand new? Don't listen to everyone. Do not listen to everyone. Find out who the experts are and read and listen to them. One person online, if you don't take anything back from anything I'm saying, write down this name and seek this young woman out. Her name is Ash Rolston. ASH. Second name Rolston. ROULSTON. If you go nowhere else, go to her site, her website. If you're on Facebook, go to her Facebook page and read every post she has. She will teach you the basics for free, even the lingo of the cryptocurrency world. She'll teach you the basics. Before you open an account, go to her site, read what she has to say. There's Cointelegraph.com. That's certainly a place to hang out in. Crypto Coin Trader is another one. So that's Crypto Coin Trader and Cointelegraph.com. You can get some basic knowledge about this, what I'm calling a culture. After that point, how do you get started? Go to Coinbase.com. You've both said that before. Go to Coinbase.com and read. It'll say, do this to open an account. Follow step by step to open an account. If you get stuck, go to Google, go to YouTube, and type in, how do I open a Coinbase.com account? There are YouTube videos that will show you exactly step by step how to open an account. Then you open a Binance account. Now I'm talking some words that some people will get lost in. So if you have a pen and paper, write that down. Coinbase.com.
That's good.
Number one. Go through and open an account. And then write down Binance. BINANCE.com. Open that account. You'll get stuck and you'll get frustrated and say, I can't do this. Yes, you could do it. Just take it easy. Take a deep breath. Go get a glass of water. Start over. Keep going. Don't give up. Then you'll be like, well, what to authenticator? How am I supposed to authenticate twice? Calm down. Google I think it says, how is it worded? Authentication?
Two-step authentication.
Two-step authentication. You download that app on your phone. and it's a Google app. There's another way to do it. And it throws numbers up there, and you just type the numbers in, and that's two-step authentication. It's not as hard as it seems. If you give up, it's difficult.
And that's to protect your account.
That protects your account. That's a great way to have an extra step of security. To me, it's basic security.
So Maria, Danny here is asking us while we're on here live. He's just saying, how do I get started? So kind of just briefly reiterate that. Go to Coinbase, go to Binance.
Before you go to Coinbase and Binance, I'm behooving you to go to Ash Rolston first. ASHROULSTON. And read everything she's posted. It'll take you maybe 10 minutes. But that gives you a basic knowledge of what you're stepping into. Then go to Coinbase.com. COINBASE.com and open an account. It'll walk you through step by step how to do that.
Right.
Then open an account on Binance, BINANCE. But you just want to get started. Let's just, you know how that saying is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Right? One bite at a time.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. You just want to get started today. Go to Coinbase.com, follow the directions, and open an account. Use your credit card. Start out with $200 because the money becomes available immediately. Just start out with $200, something that is so manageable. It's not going to change your life if you lose it. It's not going to change your life if it grows to $400. It's a learning lesson.
Right. Okay? Put down Starbucks for a week and roll that into your crypto.
Right. Exactly. Go now, buy some Ethereum. Buy some Bitcoin. You can buy $50 worth of Bitcoin, $100. You can buy $75 worth of Ethereum. And you'll say, what's Ethereum? What's Bitcoin? Well, those are great questions. Don't listen to everyone. Do your own research. Find out what Ethereum does. What do they do? Are they involved in business? What is the technology behind the coin? What is a coin? There's no such thing as a real coin. It's not a literal, it's a digital coin.
Right.
But this is how you learn. So put some money in, watch what it does. Start familiarize yourself with the graphs. What do the graphs mean? Everything's on Coinbase. You can look at the graphs. If you look long enough, you'll see that there are top coins and they move together. And there's a pattern that you can learn without being a person that knows how to interpret graphs. You can do that.
That's right.
So that's the first step. And what I would suggest is methodically adding money. Don't get caught. Take your emotions and throw them in the garbage. If you're going to be emotional, this is not the place for you. I'll give you an example. I had one account that had $12,000 in it, maybe a day and a half ago. I didn't look at it in the last hour, but last time I looked at it, it was $6,000.
Right.
It's not time to be emotional. It's time to accumulate. This is an accumulation time.
Right.
And this cryptocurrency, also known as the digital currency, is new, but it's going through some changes now. And I expect it to be volatile, and I'm fine with that. You have to know what your landscape is. You guys are cowboys. You have to know the landscape of the land. There's rocks, there's paths, there's some wolves, there's some Indians, there's a bit of everything. So, manage your own expectations. Things go up, things goes down. When it goes down, you put your money in. When it goes up, put your money in. Just keep putting your money in. That's it.
Now talk to us about the crash that kind of took place.
Well, people are calling it a crash. And I was a broker in the stock market when we had Black Monday. I think it was in the 80s, early 80s. I had 100 and something clients. I managed millions of dollars. That was a crash. Okay? This is not a crash. And what I want you to do when you think it's a crash and you go to Coinbase, look at, for instance, you take Bitcoin, the symbol's BTC. Go to the 1-year chart. Go to the 1-month chart. Go to the 1-week chart. Ethereum's up over 7,000% this year alone.
Right.
And it's down, what, 30% today? Ooh,
Right.
isn't that terrible? That's not a crash. That's a move. That's all that is. And
It's only terrible if you got in yesterday for the first time.
well, potentially, but if you dollar cost average that and say, you know what, I got in yesterday at $1,300 a coin. Now it's
Right.
$900. What do? Do I get scared and take my money out and realize the loss? Or do I say, you know what, I've put money aside for fun things like this to speculate with. So today I'm going to buy some at 900.
Right.
So that loss then becomes less if you're looking at it as a loss.
Right.
But
Right.
this is not a short-term get quick scheme. Okay? You can day trade on this. You could be a trader, but we're looking to talk to people that are just beginning.
Well, and I completely agree with you. I think right now people have to really understand that this is an accumulation process, and you got to look 5+ years out in the future. If you can get your hands on, a couple thousand Ethereums or Neos, you're gonna be sitting pretty in a couple of years. When to me it's like Ethereum is like being able to buy the internet. It took the internet a good 6 years to get rocking and rolling, but so that's what I'm trying to focus on is just accumulation.
I'm completely in agreement with you. I have 10,600 shares of one coin. I bought it at one price and now it's maybe 75% less.
Right.
Am I going to cry and sell it? No, I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to even look at it. I don't care about it. Just put it aside. Don't put money into this that you cannot afford to lose.
Right.
Don't take your children's college money or mortgage your house or your savings for retirement. Take your play money. Take, money that you've saved that you can
Right.
afford to play with. But at the same time, we are in a new territory. This is the Wild West. And I believe it's a great opportunity. Absolutely wonderful. So I'm putting it into my monthly budget.
Absolutely.
I'm not taking away from money that I give in other places. I'm not taking it away from my living expenses or even my long-term savings. But I am taking X amount of dollars a month that I have committed to this opportunity and just put it in each month. Mark it up, mark it down, coin up. China's coming in, Japan's going out. The governments are starting to, make some regulation moves. Okay, it's all fine by me. But I am taking some of the cream of the crop. The Ethereum, to me, is a cream of the crop. I expect that. I expect a return on that.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
Methodically.
I think, like you said, if you're responsible and you plan it into your budget, and you just take little steps each day to accumulate more. It's hard to get over leverage at that point. If you stay consistent. Now, talk to me about what you mentioned Ethereum as your favorite coin. What's another coin that you really believe has a lot of potential? I know that you said you got into Tron at one point. What?
Well, I did have Ripple, and I bought into Ripple at 39 cents. I sold it at $1.30 something. I just knew it was time to sell that. I felt, and this is really important for me. This is something I do for me. Take some of the profit off the table. Take it off the table. I
Yeah.
don't need to keep everything on the table. What do I mean by that? I took some of that right out of the market and put it right back into my savings and checking account. I didn't keep it there. So I sold the profit. I sold off my principal plus profit on Ripple. I took that money, a portion of it, and put it into Ethereum. I took another portion and put it into Tron, and I took a portion and put it into my account, my savings account, until I see other opportunities. At the same time, what I do believe in is accumulating knowledge, and knowledge is by listening and reading. So I've been doing a lot of that. So I've heard, people discarded. I forgot his name. He discarded a great investor that said, cryptocurrencies, this isn't going to end well, is what he said. I don't believe. What's that?
Warren Buffett, right?
Right, Warren Buffett. This isn't going to end well. Well, I didn't knee jerk and sell everything, but I said, this man's not dumb and he's on the inside. So he knows something I don't know. So I just took that as a check mark. Then I started to hear rumblings about our government looking at possibly regulating some of the market, the cryptocurrency market. So I said, there's going to be some turmoil right now. So I've kind of slowed down. I had money in Litecoin. I took that out. I moved it into Ethereum. So I'm not going into some of the other coins I would have. Now, I write everything down. I keep notes of what I've spent, of what my cost basis was,
Right.
where I've made money, what coins I'm looking at. Make sure you write down, make sure you're right. I can't show you because all my passwords are on here, but make sure you write down all your passwords, all your
Yeah.
information, because that would be a nightmare. I've been looking at Stella, XLM, and Cardano, and Monero, and Status, and POWR. I personally, for me, am not going to buy anything new at this very moment.
Yeah.
Now, if I were
Well,
home,
and I agree with that. What I've been trying to do is anytime I try, and I've been talking to Rocky, I just try to discipline myself. Anytime I want to go buy a new coin, let's say I buy $100 of Ethereum to transfer it into Binance and then exchange it, I automatically take 20% of that Ethereum and put it into a wallet. And that way I'm not just over leveraging myself and getting a bunch of coins that I don't know a lot about, but I'm still trying to stick to the bread and butters as much as I can.
and I agree with you, this is a time to stick to bread and butter.
Yeah.
Now, the caveat to that is if you have the time and you're home 24/7 and you have the knowledge and you can stay on your computer and you understand what a stop loss is and you know how to trade, you can make some really serious money right now. I mean, serious money. I'm not home 24/7 at this time, so I'm methodically adding money in. If I were home and I have the knowledge base, an example would be I've been tracking, and here's another thing that I used to do, and I've done with this before I learned some basics. It's called paper trading. Do some paper trading.
Yeah.
You feel a little nervous, pick some coins and make believe you bought it today. You spend $1,000 on it and write down the price at that moment and check it once a week. Don't check it every day, every hour, go crazy
Right.
with everything, and start to get familiar with trading on paper. And you'll be able to manage your emotions and know, hey, okay, now I'm ready to jump in a little more. But you can make money day trading easily on this. I mean,
Yeah.
Ethereum, I've been watching Ethereum. It makes a move, if not every day, every 2 days, of $2,000 in my personal account. So that would amount to $200 on each coin.
Yeah.
So, if I want to buy and sell every day or a couple of times a week, that could be 2 to 6 thousand a week. So you really can trade, but if you're a beginner, stay a beginner. No, if any of you ski, if you've snowed skied, for instance, there's the beginners, there's the bunny trail, then there's the beginner's trail, the novice, the double diamond, the triple diamond. You don't get on the chairlift. In fact, you won't even know how to get on a chairlift.
Right.
But you have to learn how to even get on the lift, let alone go to a double or triple diamond where there's
Right.
moguls and
Right.
turns. And if you're a beginner and you jump off, first of all, you'll fall off the chairlift. Once you get up and start flying down the triple diamonds, you're going to break your legs, if not hit a tree.
Yeah.
You have
Right.
to learn where, respect where you are. If you're a starter, stay a starter, learn, know who's knowledgeable, write down your goals,
Right.
learn not to be emotional, because when the emotions rise, when you wake up and your account is thousands less, or your 200 is now $10, oh my gosh, what do I do? And you want to sell, go to your notes and look at your goals and say, wait a minute, I know that
Exactly.
things fluctuate. The one thing I want to say to you is if you do a little, even go to Wikipedia, and look up the history of the stock market since 1920, and look all the things that have happened and how it's moved. It didn't move like this. There was some very severe dips, but it's the trend is always up. I mean, 20 years ago, the Dow was trading at less than what, 7,000. It's over 20,000 now. That's
Yeah.
remarkable. This is the crypto world right now, guys.
Right. Right.
It is the Wild West. There's Indians. They're all just ignore everything. Methodically put money in. While you're waiting and learning, keep learning. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. That's what's so important. Stay with people that know what they're talking about. If you hear people say things like, HODL or Lambo. Don't, just get away from them. Just forget it. I mean,
Yeah.
You're going to hear crazy stuff. Stay away from that. Tune your
Well,
ears.
and that's a good point, because when I first got into crypto, probably like 3-4 months ago now. I mean, on CoinMarketCap, there was only maybe 900 altcoins out there. Now it's up to like 1,500. So they're just every day there's more and more coins. And like you said, if you don't have the time to keep up with it, just stick to the bread and butters. And everybody's obviously looking for the get rich quick, but it's not realistic. That can happen, but you'll probably end up losing.
Right, but you have a great attitude, and you said you're doing certain things. You believe it's an accumulation period, and you're accumulating with your eyes on a 5-year time span.
Yeah.
So that's incredibly realistic. And I know because I've heard you speak, but I also know this isn't the only thing you do to prosper. And,
Right.
this is one of a few things.
Right.
If this was to crash tomorrow and all the money that we have in it disappeared, it would not change. I'll speak for myself. Wouldn't change my life. It's, be, oh, well, that was fun.
Right.
I think the risk reward ratio is great on this. And I think if I'm not enjoying this and I'm staying up at night, and then there's something wrong with my perspective, I'm off.
Yeah.
This should be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be fun and great opportunity. A lot of the coins are not going to be here in a year from now, but a lot of them will be. And
right.
Search it out.
Well, and that's the thing. It's finding the Googles, the Amazons, the Netflix out of all these coins, and really, finding those ones and just believing in them, and hopefully some of them hit, and obviously not all of them will, but time will tell. But I saw Mark Cuban; he's going to start accepting Ethereum at the Mavericks games and Bitcoin, which was a positive to hear.
Yes, and if you look, you do some research and you see that. I think it was Ripple. It's either Ripple or Tron. I don't have it right here in front of me. But the University of Akron, Ohio, was given a scholarship for research money for that coin's technology. Mm-hmm. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means that one of the top engineering and research universities in the world, let alone the country, is given money to do research on a crypto coin. Well, that to me is something to know and follow. Right. They don't do that lightly. So I'll follow that. Does that mean I'll go crazy and throw my money in? No, I'm going to keep researching that out and following that. Ethereum has a tried and true technology behind its coin. And so it's actually being used and in practice. So, some coins have no use yet.
Right.
Stick with the coins that are being used right now, and listen to what's happening.
Well, and the other thing about Ethereum, is there's, like you said, there's so many businesses building upon that it's unlikely that Ethereum's going to go away, at least in the near future.
Exactly. You're 100% correct. It's it's being used, and if you watch Ethereum's price, it just plugs along.
Yeah.
Plug
slow and steady. It's the backbone. It's that's what I like about Neo too. The Chinese Ethereum, where it's got a similar chart, similar potential with the market cap, similar circulating supply. So and it produces gas, which is also a nice double bonus.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So those are my two that I'm really believing in. I also like Salt. Are you familiar with Salt? Yeah.
No.
It's basically Salt. That's basically going to be the new banking system, and in terms of being able to, they'll lend you fiat money based on your blockchain assets. So you don't have to sell your blockchain assets in order to get fiat money to go buy a car or whatever you want to buy. And I believe they'll lend you up to 75% of your blockchain assets.
That's nice. That's great.
Yeah, so what I've read is they've got $300 million in pending loans, and they're supposed to be rolling that out later, I believe, in the first quarter. So hopefully, yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I just wrote that down. I'll definitely be doing research. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, check it out. Rocky, do you have any other questions for our guests?
No, thanks, Maria. I just sitting here listening to you guys. I guess the thing that I'm taking away the most is that Maria has a background in finance, and she's telling us basically the way to go about cryptocurrency is the same way for her as it is for us. So whether you're a beginner or whether you have some advanced experience, you really have to kind of just methodically get involved. You have to just start. You got to get on the you call it the ski lift. I remember the first time I got on a ski lift, I didn't know what was at the other end. I didn't know how I was going to get off. And that's how most beginners are. That's how they feel. I know I felt that way. So it's good to hear you, Maria, just come and kind of reassure us that, hey, you can do this, get involved. If you're more advanced, really, really get in there, but stay steady, stay smart.
Yeah.
And I think that's great advice for our audience today. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the privilege to be on your Crypto Cowboys. I think you're doing a fun and great thing, and I'll keep watching, and I hope to check in over the months, and we'll see how we're doing out here in the digital currency world. Thank you,
and we'll hope to have you on again. We'll have you on again. We'll check in, check up, and see where we're at in a couple weeks.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Okay, Maria, bless you.
Talk to you
Take
later.
care, guys. God bless you. Stay safe.
Yeah, you too. All right, man. Is that it?